Hi guys, it's Tuesday. We just got back from Florida last night, later than what we thought. We thought we were going to be back to our home by 8 o'clock. In the evening, we didn't get home until 10:30. We had plane delay. The first flight was fine. The second flight, there was really nothing wrong with the plane or the air, it wasn't an airline issue. It was, well, I don't know, actually. The plane coming into, we had a layover in Charlotte, and so the plane was, late, like maybe an hour late getting in, but they were hoping to have us in the air maybe about 20 minutes late. So by the time we got on the plane and we were ready to get going, a storm rolled in North Carolina, and so it was pretty heavy. It was kind of rocking the plane as we were sitting there on the runway, and there was lightning and all that. So we sat for an hour and a half, maybe an hour, on the plane waiting for the storm to stop. So anyway, that delayed us, and on the way out there, where was it? On the way out there, when it was our layover in Dallas, Fort Worth, and we were on the plane getting ready to go to Florida, and they said that they were waiting for signing off on something or other. Hour and 15 minutes we sat on that plane waiting for them to do whatever it was they were going to do. So that was definitely an airline problem. I don't think John and I have taken a flight in the last 10 years where there wasn't some kind of a problem with, a late plane causing us to miss another plane, we had that on our trip in Europe, both ways. We had it on, we went to Disneyland a few years ago. Our flight out of LA was delayed getting off the ground, and so we missed our connecting flight from Phoenix up to Flagstaff, and so we ended up having to rent a car and drive home, and that just sucked. So I've had issues going on, flying to conferences and things where I don't know what's going on with the airline industry. It just used to not be that way. All right, enough of my griping about that. So we went straight to bed when we got home. Oh my gosh, the kitties were so happy to see us. Our neighbor came in every day, and she fed them and cleaned the litter box and everything, and gave them attention, and took pictures of them and sent them to me, which was really sweet. And my brother-in-law actually came up and stayed overnight one night. He had to come up to do some marketing thing up in this area, and so he stayed at our house, and I was a little nervous about how the cats would be with just different stuff going on, but apparently they were fine. We got home and they were both so excited, and Mary was just meow, 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 meow. She would not shut up. She just kept talking and talking and talking and talking. And I don't know if things are going to change here, but it sort of seemed like they maybe bonded while we were gone, they maybe thought that we had disappeared forever and so bonded together, because this morning Mary was sleeping at my feet, and I kind of picked her up and put her under the covers with me and snuggled her, and she's purring, and Chad will always come over when I do that with her, and he has to see what's going on, and she gets pissed and just like meow, and he did that this morning, and she didn't even react. I mean, she was just kind of like, oh, hi, Chad. So I don't know, she seems much less grouchy, she was this morning, she was just purring to beat the band, and she was so excited. So I'm heading up to Flagstaff. I have a couple of appointments. I shouldn't have to be up there all day. It's like 9:30 right now, and I'll probably be home by 1 or 1:30. I got a lot of freelance work done on the plane yesterday. One of our flights was 4 hours long, and so I was stuck there, and couldn't do much of anything else. So it was really nice to just get to work and get some stuff finished. And the next couple of weeks are going to be really busy. I have to go to Flag 2 more times this week. This is the end of the semester. I have grading to do. I have graduation rehearsal. Oh gosh, just a bunch of different things coming up. End of the year things. We have, some employees who are retiring, and so their retirement parties and receptions, award receptions, and all that kind of stuff. All this to say, I think I'm going to take a little bit of a break from vlogging. I'll still put up some videos, some of my topic videos, but vlogging, while it doesn't seem like it takes much time because I'm just talking into a camera, it actually involves some editing, and then you guys know that my internet is so slow where I live, and so anytime I need to try to compress videos or upload them, it just takes a lot of time and babysitting around my computer. So I don't want you to be worried about me or thinking that something bad happened with my family. My dad's doing fine. My mother-in-law starts chemo this week. She's doing well. She's tired, but she's doing well, and we're happy that she's just starting, getting started with the treatment. And, John starts his job. He's actually does orientation and stuff this week, and he starts his job officially next week. So life is good. It's just kind of busy and crazy. So I will film a little bit more maybe today and tomorrow, and then I just don't want you to be concerned about what's going on, because I know some of you get worried if I don't put up a video. So that's just what's going on. I'm just going to take a little bit of a break, and when I get back into it again, that's also when I'm going to get back into some of those serious things I had going, like finishing the organizing projects on my house. And we may have a puppy. We haven't gone looking yet, but by the time in a couple of weeks, we may have a puppy, so I may have one to show you. Anyway, that's it for now. Look at this, you guys. I'm already starting to harvest from my garden. This is all spinach, and then I had planted, I didn't realize this, I'd forgotten that I planted a mixed batch of radishes. So I have these different kinds. Oops, my phone's ringing. So I've just rinsed these and then run them through a salad spinner, and I'm just laying them out to dry. I'm going to take these and freeze them for my smoothies. I'm not sure if you guys know this, but if you grow your own greens, you're supposed to harvest them in the morning. If you harvest them later in the day, they will taste bitter. So you want to make sure that you harvest in the morning, and then just put them straight into a Ziploc bag or some kind of container. Don't wash them. If you're going to use them in a regular salad, just put them in a Ziploc and don't rinse them until right before you're going to use them, because they tend to start to rot sooner. So these, as soon as they dry off a little bit more, I'm going to put them into a container and then freeze them for smoothies. But look at these cute measuring spoons I got in Florida. So they're kind of shaped like shells. And then this one, the tablespoon, looks like a sea turtle. This one has a fish, and this one has a starfish, and the smallest one has a seahorse. I thought those were adorable. Guys, I wanted to tell you one last thing before I end this vlog. Good news on the cow situation. So you guys remember that two of the mamas had calves, and Louise, who was one of the mother cows, had a calf, and then she wasn't able to the baby wasn't able to nurse because her udders were getting clogged. And so my neighbor has been bottle feeding her. You guys remember the video where I got a chance to bottle feed the little baby, which they named Molly. So she's been bottle feeding her for a while. It was kind of touch and go. They didn't know if Louise was going to live. They didn't know if the baby was going to live. And then they're both fine now, but some days it was hard to get the baby to drink as much milk as she needed to. Well, anyway, my neighbor called me. This was actually the day before we left on our trip, and she was so excited, and she knew I would be excited too, so she called to tell me that Louise and her baby were over by the fence, and my neighbor was going over to feed the baby, and this other mother cow came over, and she's been really sad because she had a calf and they sold the calf. And so, I mean, the calf was like a year old, but anyway, so but they sold it, and she's just been mooing and mooing, just sad, that her little calf is gone. And so anyway, this calf, this mother, which they never named, so it's called number 8. So number 8 comes over to Louise and Molly, and she starts nudging Molly toward her udders. Can you believe that? Apparently that's really rare. If you try to get one mother to adopt another calf, you have to like pen them up and keep them really close together, and even then it doesn't always work. But anyway, this mother cow started to nudge Molly toward her udders, and Molly started to drink. And then Louise kind of went over to number 8 and nudged her, sort of like thanks. So anyway, and it's I contacted my neighbor after we got back from her trip, and it's still going well. Molly's still nursing off of number 8, and Louise is still hanging around as her mom too. And so I just thought that was the coolest thing. So now Molly has 2 moms, and everything is going well. So really good news for them. Anyway, that's it, and I'm going to end this vlog for now. And remember, I will be back. I'm going to take a couple weeks, and so when I come back, it will be after the semester ends, mid-May, and then we'll keep going from there. So take care, you guys. Bye-bye.